Good morning. It's August 20th. There's a super blue moon. I'm not sure if it's starting tonight or if it started last night. I got my dates confused because I work midnights. And, anyways, it's going to be for 3 nights. A super blue moon. The super part means the moon will be at its perigee, which means it's as close to Earth as it can get. The blue part is due to the fact that it'll be the second blue or second full moon this month. Many people say there's lots of things about it that will happen to us, such as it amplifies your thoughts, it's conscious expanding, you'll have elevated perceptions, your light and sound sensitivity will increase, and more. I'd like to talk about some obvious things I think we all know, but haven't put some pieces together yet. I have heard that during a full moon, the number of people that get arrested increases dramatically. I also understand that's usually due primarily to a jump in the percentage of violent crimes during a full moon, as well as the number of people visiting the E room, as well as psychiatric wards, dramatically increases during a full moon. So the moon obviously has an effect on us. And we also know that the moon affects and causes the tides on Earth. So the moon will be close as it can get to Earth tonight, as well as it being a super blue moon. And all that means, the super blue moon thing, I don't know everything about that. But I would expect some wild things in people's behavior because of it, as well as geologically, like the tectonic plates and earthquakes. Recall I mentioned all that seismic activity, earthquakes, and shifting, spreading fault lines all over the world in my first video. I understand that since then, that Yellowstone had an eruption in a place called the Biscuit Basin, and it moved a chunk of land the size of Chicago. If the Yellowstone volcano were to erupt, it would be 1,000 times more powerful than when Mount St. Helens erupted in 1980. It'd rip North America in half and seriously reshape our continent. Not to mention the immense ash cloud that would spread around the Earth's atmosphere, blocking the sunlight for months, possibly. I also mentioned the X-class solar flare and the two M-class solar flares in my previous video. I understand now there have been 5 big solar flares since August 10th, and the power companies are getting worried. It's a Carrington event thing I talked about when there was only telegraph lines and the telegraphs got fried because of a solar flare hitting Earth. The sun is at the max of some solar cycle it goes through right now. These tie into the end of my last video about the sun making the lights go out for good and frying the power grid, sending us back in time to a time before electricity and all of our devices and everything that we can plug in. Everyone had these wild theories when the solar eclipse happened, remember? All good and well. But my question was, why is no one talking about the combined gravitational effect of the sun and the moon being lined up, pulling on Earth? And where was the track? Right across the middle of North America. Yellowstone, anyone? So we had that gigantic stress of the sun and moon pulling on the Earth and have had all this earthquake activity since then, like astronomical amounts. Now we have the super blue moon pulling on Earth for 3 days. So I'm expecting some more extreme geological activity as well. Thanks for listening. May God bless us all. Have a good day.